The Orlando Magic are primed and ready for a jump, and Paolo Banchero is at the center of all of that. My question is, how ready is he? So Paolo is one of the most unique and interesting players that I've quite frankly ever seen. He's 6'10", 250 pounds, one of the most unique players, obviously, and he's everyone says he plays like LeBron, Blake Griffin, kind of like these big, bulkier, fast, athletic, forward guard type guys, and I don't want to say what I want to say in terms of we haven't really seen anything like this, because that makes it sound like he's Wemby level of freak athlete crazy. No, we have. That's why I was able to name LeBron, Blake Griffin, and these other guys. But the way he does it is just so 2020's way of playing basketball. I mean, it's crazy. So last year, Paolo averaged 23.75, 34% shooting from three on 4 attempts. Played 80 games. First 2 years, 72 games. Missed 10 games, and then last year missed only 2 games. He started every single game in his career. So he's pretty efficient. His shooting is not terrible. 34% is not crazy. I think that with the volume, if he shoots 7 threes a game, it'll maybe be around 35, 36%. Pretty good for a power forward, right? And then field goal percentage overall 45, 46%. Pretty freaking good. But once again, you get kind of the big guy category and you just lose some of that touch with the free throws, 70%. Just as kind of which is interesting. Hopefully he can get his shooting. If he can get his jump shooting and three-point shooting and overall shooting, including free throws and stuff, if he can improve that and be more efficient, wow. He is going to jump up to 27 points per game immediately. I mean, he's already an all-star in his second year in the league. But yeah, he's super durable, pretty efficient, and he's healthy all the time. He was an all-star this past year. I just need one big jump. And like I said before, he's fine defensively. I think he's okay. He's big, he's athletic, he's quick, he's young. But I think, like I said, if he improves his shooting, that's the kind of jump that could get him to 27, 28 points per game, be one of the top 10 scorers in the league, and then do some real damage with a Magic team that has a lot of young guys and can run with him. And so I think that he is the main guy that needs to take that jump for this team to be good. Now, they were the 5th seed last year, lost in the first round. Everyone made fun of that Magic Cavs series where it was just a brick fest, where it was just defense on defense and no one was making threes and it was just trash. Yeah, that's going to happen sometimes. But I think that's why I said Paolo can learn from that experience and be like, yo, I need to be a better shot creator. Yo, I need to be a better playmaker. Yo, I didn't do all this stuff. I need to put it on my shoulders. Let me go, because he can do that. Now we got to talk about the guys who are surrounding Paolo, and can they make a difference as well? What does their jump look like? What does their depth look like as a team? Starting 5 doesn't look terrible. Suggs, KCP, talk about that in a sec. Franz, talk about that in a sec as well. Paolo, Wendell Carter Jr. Then you got their whole guard situation. Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Anthony Black, who I love Anthony Black. Jonathan Isaac and Mo Wagner. So you have 10 guys right here who are used to getting minutes. These guys all played a decent amount last year. And I think this is going to be very, very interesting. Not to mention, I like their young guy that they picked up, Tristan Da Silva. Pretty good. Goga Bidat. I don't even know how to say his last name. It's I'm pretty good with NBA players and names. I have no idea how to say that. So let me know if you know how to say that. I love Anthony Black. Jalen Suggs is just proven. There was kind of him, Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, all these guards were kind of at the same thing. Markelle Fultz, is he still here? Where's Markelle at? Is he not here? Ugh, I don't know where he's at. But yeah, all those guys were kind of on the same playing field, and Jalen Suggs, I feel just with his defense, shot up. So it's a pretty solid starting 5. Franz is pretty good. Give you 20 points per game. KCP, solid vet. It shows kind of the direction that this Magic team wants to go for. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, KCP's washed. He just wanted the bag. True, but we'll get to him in a second. But like I said, this KCP edition really shows yo, we got a good point guard in Jalen Suggs, defense. KCP plays in defense. Wendell Carter Jr., pretty solid defensive big. You got Paolo and Franz who can really fill it up offensively, and I think Paolo really needs to take that and run with it, like I said. But the rest of their core is not bad. Cole Anthony's a solid player. Gary Harris, he's been around for a little bit. He can play. Anthony Black at the small forward. I mean, he's a point guard, obviously, but the height is where that goes. Jonathan Isaac, we know if he can stay healthy, good player. Mo Wagner, great backup big. So they've got a decent amount of talent to be able to make the playoffs. I think they'll be a top 6 seed again. Maybe they'll be the 6th seed. It's kind of close. We'll have to see how guys like the Pacers and if Paul George of the Sixers comes back and if he's fine. I hope he is. And the Cavs again, like that, there's kind of in that range. Maybe the Hawks are playing really well randomly. You know, that kind of range. Like the Heat, lower. I don't think they'll be a play-in team. I think they could be like a 6th seed. This team can win some regular season games, but yeah, Paolo needs to take that step up because the East, they're older-ish. I mean, you got Giannis, you got Embiid, you got Tatum and Brown, and then you got guys on the lower tier off that were like Tyrese Halliburton. In terms of age, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson. But I mean, I think Paolo really needs to take a step up. I think he can. I think he can average 27, 28 points per game, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. That would be that's a LeBron stat if I've ever seen one. But I mean, Paolo, I like Paolo. I hope that the Magic do well because the Magic haven't been good for literally like over a decade. It's been 15-ish years. So Magic fans, y'all are pushing through, but you got a guy right here that could really do something. But talking right here about Franz Wagner, we got to talk about this man's contract because Franz Wagner received his 5-year, $224 million rookie contract extension. Could be worth as much as $269 million. So everyone's making like jokes about. I mean, here's his stat line: 20 points ish, 5 rebounds, 4 assists ish. So they were a decent amount over 500, which was their best record, like I said, in 15 years. I think eventually they could be a solid 50-win team going forward. Not like this season, but like in the future, a couple years, they could be a pretty solid foundational like team in the East that is like, hey, we're here all the time, constantly. You're not going to be able to move us. But Franz getting this much money kind of receives some backlash, but at the same time, it's like, who else are you going to spend it on? Like, it's surprising that Orlando's not like a super big like free agent destination. We haven't seen a lot of super big guys go to. I mean, even KCP going to Orlando was like, what? Like, interesting. But I think he's a good player. I think if he can shoot as well. I mean, he kind of bricked it in the playoffs, but if he can shoot it, he might be able to win a first-round series against like they could beat the Cavs. I mean, they took them to 7. The Pacers would be really, really interesting to watch against. I mean, other teams like that, it would be really interesting to watch in the first round. So keep an eye on how this guy's playing and how he supplements Paolo in the playoffs specifically, because I think they're going to get there for the next, I don't want to say decade, but at least 5 years. We've been dodging around it, but KCP, I mean, last year, he's a solid guy, dude. He's such a solid player. Averaged 10, 2 and 2 on 40% from 3 on 4 attempts. Now, I thought it would be more than that. I would assume it was more volume. I don't know why. I thought it would be like maybe 6 threes a game, especially on a Nuggets team where it's like, maybe it's because MPJ. Let's keep it a buck. It's probably MPJ. But in terms of like volume, he's never shot 6 threes a game for an entire season. But he's durable. I mean, look at this. He's played over 60. Yeah, he's played the required 60. He's never played less than 67 games in his career. So, not to say that the Magic are like super good contenders, then this is going to be a big deal. Now, it is a big loss for the Nuggets. I talked about that already. But, yeah, this is a durable guy. He's a vet. He's 30. He can shoot threes, play good D. Great. I think it's a great thing for them. And their main problem was, like, they were running, like, 2 point guards at the same time. It was like, hey, Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs. And it's just like 2 point guards. Like, why? Now you got a legit shooting guard who can come in. You got, hey, Jalen Suggs, Paolo, shooting guard, stand out, corner, bang, lock up. Like that's what KCP does. That's what he's been doing. That's what he's known for. That's what he got 66, and that's what he's got paid, and that's why he got paid $66 million, and that's what he got paid $66 million to do. So I mean, at the end of the day, solid lineup. They're pretenders in my eyes. They're not going to be able to like really make a deep playoff run. When I think of pretenders, y'all know I think of like what are 4 teams in each conference that I think could make the Eastern Conference Finals or Western Conference Final. And though they're not one of those 4 teams, I mean, not to say that there's like 8 contenders and everyone else is pretenders, but you get the vibe here. The Magic really aren't doing anything this season, but going forward, that's why I want to talk about Paolo's jump, is because going forward, how do they look? How can Paolo's jump help them really be like a real legit team in the East for years to come? Anyways, that's all I got. If you are just tuning into this, we're probably on like 20 episodes deep on this Contenders and Pretenders. So I'm doing your favorite team I promise you. Like, I'm trying to crank all of these out. I've been posting 2 a day for the past couple of days, and I will continue to post 2 a day for the next couple of days, just before the season starts, because I want to do another series I'll talk about. But if you're new here, check me out. I'm doing it. I'm also doing, during the season, I'm trying to do a members only thing. If you don't know what members only is, it's like the little join button next to the subscribe button. I put it for $2 a month. $2 a month, you can support me, and I will be covering NBA games every single night at the end of all the games for 5 to 10 minutes, unedited. If you like my personality, like how I talk and stuff, or you just want to get some basketball content for $2 a month, I mean, I'll be doing daily. I'll still be putting a lot of just normal content out on the channel if you're not wanting to do that, but that's just something for support me. And I like doing it. I just like to ramble, and I like editing too. But I mean, you know, I want that like live reaction, because then at the end of the week, I want to do these videos where I give a recap, and I'll be like, hey, on Tuesday I said this about this guy in this game, and then at the end of the week I'm like, I kind of overreacted a little bit. So stuff like that. That's just gonna be kind of fun. But that's all I got for today. We got a lot of videos coming out. I think I got 6 more videos coming out, 6 more teams to do before the season starts on Tuesday. So if you haven't seen the playlist, it should be right here. That's all I got for today. We out.